Well, I was gonna do some speech about what's going on in the world, but I'm gonna put it this way. I need to worry about family more than I need to talk about what's going on. This, in the end, everyone's gonna have to figure out what side of the fence they're on, but I already know which side I am on. And I believe for my family, the best course of action would be to teach them everything I know about the history of this country. The good, the bad. I may not be a teacher, but they at least know what has happened in this country up until the point of the age they're at. I mean, I have a 13, 14, and 7-month old that I love with all my heart. And only one of them is actually truly blood related to me, and that's a 7-month-old. The 13 and 14-year-old I knew since they were toddlers. And they grew up knowing me as their dad. I mean, in terms of what the government consider me, I am a stepdad. But to them, I'm dad. Their original father pretty much, well, trapped him in a room when they were younger than that, or just about the same age, just before I met him. He would keep them in there by putting a mask on a vacuum cleaner because he just wanted to sit down in the living room, drink beer, do drugs, and play with his friends on video games. It got to the point that one of them ended up potty training themselves and peed in a toy box. Their mother was busy all the time working and did not know how much this was going on. And in the end, she eventually realized he is just worthless and left him. And after me and her got together, she was trying to follow the court orders on taking them to see him, and she had an incident where she slid into a stump and damaged her oil pan so where she couldn't drive home, and the house ended up getting raided by police while she was waiting for the tow truck to come pick her up. And as things continued, he pretty much, well, was not making any effort to really see him. Because he didn't have a job, he didn't have a car. I don't even think he had his license. The only time he ever actually tried to come and visit him or do anything with him is when he ended up with a new girlfriend. And it got to a point where he still wasn't paying his child support, and we couldn't afford to keep taking the kids to see him. And now they really don't want anything to do with him because of the way he is. Which, that is a sign of someone who doesn't want to really take care of any kids. I'm not going to name his name because it's due to respecting his privacy, but I don't like him at all. And I don't like individuals like that, period. If you have kids, you should be working with them and having fun with them, playing with them. I mean, I'm 33 years old and I tried to have fun with the 7-month-old. My father, though, was a little different. My parents and I got divorced because my dad was kind of an alcoholic and was always constantly drunk and stuff like that, and it kept getting in fights. But he still made an effort to come pick us up on the weekends and the day of the week he was allowed to see us. He wasn't all the best in the beginning of this whole incident, but as I started to get into my my high school years, he did turn around and became a respectable individual. And I still have respect for him and some of the things he's had to do, because he knew they were wrong. Like the fire department we worked at, he tried to bring up a issue with one of the firefighters to the city council and the chief, and nothing was done about it. And this person is more of a hazard for the fire department than helps. But what you need to be able to do is raise your kids to respect everyone they meet in the beginning until they find out who they are. Because if you find out they're a bad person, you don't have to respect them as much as this good officer or this protester that's peacefully protesting. Because if you respect a person that does bad to people, means somewhere someone failed you in your life, and that is not a good thing. I stand up for freedom for everyone, not just individuals. It's everyone has their freedoms, unless you have done something that takes away at least your ability to own a firearm, because you never know if that person's going to snap again or whatever and hurt someone with a firearm. Now there is instances where there could be a chance they could get, if it's more like false accusations or an issue's been proven wrong, and they should be able to get that right back. And I'm going to also teach my children that you don't file false claims, because you're just going to ruin someone's life, especially with those who file false sexual harassments or false rape charges, because you're going to definitely ruin an individual's life. And these individuals that do this need to have a little higher consequence than just a slap on the wrist for these accusations. I want to see my kids succeed, and because someone doesn't like them and wants to say they did something to them and they did not, then it's going to could cause a downward spiral for my children. I mean, I'm not saying that rape accusations shouldn't be investigated, but if found to be false, the individual needs to suffer something, because a lot of people these days with false rape accusations attack the individuals that's been accused before anything's been found out. And then it's just gonna make people not want to do anything, not go out and talk to people, or even find friendship, work. It's just gonna make everyone afraid of people gonna tear them down for nothing. And I'll have to say this: my kids will learn and know what to do if there is a bully issue. Even if the bully's not bullying them, they should be standing up for the other individual. And reporting it to teachers, even though there's some teachers that just don't care and will put it off because the status of his family, well, their family. But in the instance that it gets to the point where it becomes physical, my kids will retaliate, and the school will get a good rough lecture from me or their mother about the teachers not handling it. And in the instance that it happens again and the school doesn't do anything about it, we will get the police involved, because it is assault, and technically the school would be aiding and abetting that issue. Having fun back there? Yes, you are. The young one brings so much joy. But I've got to go spend some time with him. But remember, whether you're related by blood, marriage, or adoption, you're family. And you gotta learn to love. You gotta love each other, because who else is gonna have your back